What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good day. Yeah, so live for Boxem office hours here. If you guys are watching on the replay, we're live every just in general, we're live every Monday at 5 and Tuesday and Thursday at 4. I've been getting some comments lately. People saying they've been missing out, that kind of thing. And then here in a second, we'll have Miles hopping on as well. But yeah, let me know what questions you guys got about selling on Amazon. It's a good day to kind of be starting to take things more seriously. Memorial Day sales are already starting to crank up, so I know we've been starting to take advantage of those. Hopefully, a lot of you guys are as well. But yeah, it's a good week to kind of take things more seriously. If you can afford to spend those extra hours sourcing products, that kind of thing, just start kind of making a list of what sales are going on, and then comparing that back to like who's already having success selling those brands, basically. And there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you. Sweet, yeah. So let me know what questions you guys got. I'm gonna pop the announcement in the Discord here. Sweet, and yeah, let me know what you guys are running into. As well, if for all of you guys that are using Boxem or you want a way to make shipments way faster, we just pushed a massive update to the shipment flow. So basically, every step of the process is way easier to work with. And then we also added the ability to choose. We added the ability to choose between optimized placement and paying placement fees at the end when you're actually buying the labels before the beginning. That's kind of how Amazon wants you to do it. But we're able to show you guys all the options. So if you're using Boxem, you're saving more time than ever making shipments, and you're paying less money than ever than literally ever before on any other tool, Amazon, Seller Central, that kind of thing. So we're super excited to have you guys dig in on that. And I can even can pop this open real quick too. I can show you guys a quick peek on how it works. Yeah, so sweet. What's up, Sadiq? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jose, it's just like a platform where you can watch videos and that kind of thing. Yeah, let me I'll try to get something pulled up over here so you guys can see this the new shipment for you guys. It's really cool. But yeah, let me know what questions you guys got here, and we'll keep rolling. Sweet. What's up, Ron? You said while you're waiting for the LLC, can you sign up on Amazon, get a peek of the layout? Yeah, Ron. You can always like a lot of people, myself included, did not have an LLC when we started selling on Amazon. It's not actually required, but if you have like personal assets you want to protect, that kind of thing, it does make sense. Yeah, I did not have an LLC. You can make sales and that kind of stuff if you don't have a formal business, but that's just kind of up to your kind of tax situation, whatever's going to work for you. Yeah, absolutely. Sweet. Where can you get? I assume you mean like a tutorial. Where yeah. So you can dive in terms of like learning how to make a Boxem shipment on the Boxem YouTube channel, and then we'll have an awesome new guide probably going live tomorrow, breaking down how to use all the new shipping flow that just went live on Boxem. So a bunch of little time savers that just went live, and the ability to basically save more money than ever just went live on Boxem as well. I'm gonna see if I can get it an example pulled up over here for you guys as well. Sweet. Can you tell you who you need to contact to do shipping? So you don't need to contact anyone to do shipping necessarily. You just buy your shipping through Boxem. Yeah. So we can even let me share screen. I can show you exactly how it works. Right. So if you're like trying to send some stuff into Amazon, I'll even show you guys how the new version's working. Let's just go ahead and say we got like 20 of these toys right here. Add it into our shipment. I'm going to add something else just as an example. Let's go just like a random, like a Nike shoe or something like that. Again, it's just an example, just so you guys can see how this new stuff works. I was playing around with it just for a second, and it is really cool. Yeah, I'll get that popped back up here in just a second. Yesterday was fire. Got you, Adrian. Yeah. Sent your product into FBA, and they just got it. Took 2 weeks. Yeah, that sounds about right for check-in times. Yeah, usually, yeah, 2 weeks makes sense. Maybe it can even be like 4 weeks on the longer end. So I wouldn't say that's not really out of the ordinary. Let's let's see, good website. So you can go and get it on any legit website, basically. Yeah. Any website that sells legitimate inventory is going to work for you. Why is there a lot of scammers? I mean, it depends on where you're looking. If you're talking about like Lamborghini driving course sellers, then all that kind of stuff, then sure. But yeah, as long as you're kind of learning from the right places and that kind of thing. Oh, that's a new way to do it. We go right there. Cool. So yeah, so check this out. So we can do optimized placement on Boxem now. So we can create boxes, and you can select as many different boxes you want to split things across. So let's say you want to split these two across those next two boxes. You can also assign all of the ASINs however you want to all the boxes here. So tons of ways that we made it way simpler for you guys to create these shipments if you have a lot of different ASINs, because I know a lot of you guys are shipping 10, 20, 50 different products into Amazon, and it's always been a little bit tricky no matter where you're looking to do that with a lot of products, but now it's really, really simple. So let me show you guys how this works here. So if we split this all across these items, you can see we're immediately able to kind of put 5 identical boxes together. That's kind of what's required for that like optimized shipping where you don't pay any placement fees. And then if we continue on here, and I'll give that a second to communicate with Amazon. There we got the man here.
Yeah, my bad, guys. Good to see everyone. We got
those
updates in here today.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll let that load there for just a second, kind of communicate with Amazon, and then you guys will see like how we're able to show you the cost differences between like placement and optimize and all that kind of stuff. So literally never been possible anywhere else before. And you guys are gonna have access to all that.
Yeah,
can you ship various products
and everything, just nice and easy like that?
For sure. Can you ship various products in one box? Yeah, universal. So like what I just did, I was able to add 2 different products to each box. You could add 100 different items into one box if you really wanted to. Probably wouldn't be like the fastest, but you could if you wanted to.
Yeah. Some man fire meeting yesterday. Yeah, bro. Glad you liked it, man. We've been hard at work on this stuff. The team at Boxem getting all these new things ready and everything. So we're super excited to share with you guys and all that here.
Yep. 5. How do you handle in Boxem an item in the same shipment, different expiration dates? I would just use the same expiration date and just take the lower one, because it's rarely going to matter, because you're going to sell that product in 4 to 6 weeks, right? An expiration date for like a safe product, you shouldn't be buying something that expires really, really soon anyway. So yeah, I'll just call them all the same expiration date, the lowest, and basically overpromise in that case.
Yeah. Ooh, books in poly bags. Yeah. So you don't have to put books in poly bags. Do I have a book in here? I don't. Ty Lopez would be mad. But you literally just put the F and SKU label over the barcode there. Yeah.
Yeah, that would add a lot of legwork. You might do it if it's like really expensive. I think I've done that. When I sold books, I've done it a couple times on like $100+ books, that kind of thing. Yeah. What's up, Dre?
What up, Dre? Good to see you.
Prep centers in all the same state as your supplier. That's a good idea if you're doing wholesale, to get like a prep center that's at least like close to that supplier. It's gonna save you some shipping costs, that kind of thing. But yeah, as far as like settings go, $1 for prep. Yeah, that seems good for that. Obviously the $1 prep is going to be if you've already worked out that cost of your prep center. 80 cents a pound is a little bit higher than I've been seeing, but it's good to be safe if you want to be.
Yep. What is a Boxem? Can we ask anything in the chat? Yeah. So, Warner, you see the StreamYard update here?
Yeah. I've been throwing that up there. I like it.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. I got to figure out how to do that then. Okay, cool. Yeah. So Boxem is our tool for Amazon sellers that helps with listing, shipping, and knowing your numbers. So Amazon Seller Central for listing products and like knowing your accounting correctly and sending FBA shipments is like really clunky and confusing, honestly. Right there. So yeah, we made Boxem over the past pretty much 2 years here to make it significantly easier. And we just pushed another huge update today to make the shipment process easier, take it down from 4 steps down to 3 and everything like that.
Yeah. Bunch of cost savings, time savings, that kind of stuff. Yeah, genuinely a huge update. It has never been easier or cheaper to send stuff into Amazon as it is today for Boxem users, which is very exciting. Last 30 days at 12K, trying to double up. I like it, Dre. Yeah, I like it. So where you're at in your stage of the business, I like it because I can look like I got a crystal ball or something, but I bet I can tell you, Dre, that the vast majority of the time your biggest regret is, man, I wish I would have bought more of that, right? And it's not like, man, I bought a bad item. So now like scaling from 12K, especially just like doubling up, is just kind of having the confidence to buy deeper. And especially on these Memorial Day sales that are coming up, we're not going to see prices this low for quite a while, probably.
Yeah, probably Prime Day or so. But Father's Day and 4th of July will be good too. They just won't be as good.
Yeah, so like it can be smart. Like now that you've learned the basics and you're already making sales, to buy 2 months of stock. Like really skip that test buy and that kind of thing.
Yeah, completely agree there. If I'm just starting out, should I FBM instead of FBA? Not particularly in every case, but on listings you can see a lot of FBM sellers on. Totally FBM it. But on listings you can't see FBM people on. That's only FBA people. You're gonna have to FBA that. Yeah.
Yep. Can the 5 boxes be small? Yeah, if you wanted to do optimized Corona, yeah, you can. Technically, you could do 5 units and each box is 1 unit. It wouldn't be cheaper to do it that way. And yeah, I'm seeing Amazon send me some of the numbers back for that example we're looking at, and it's actually a good example. Where if you have something where it's like a bunch of really heavy boxes, it can make sense. Usually, I've seen that optimized can save you money if you're sending like a 1 to 150 pound shipment. Below that, it's generally cheaper just to pay for placement. Let's see. Been using Box for about a month. 100% recommend. Yeah, love it, Dennis. Let us know if there's anything you want to see as well. A bunch of this massive new update that we just put in was a bunch of good suggestions from the community, a bunch of problems we saw with other things that people were using. So it's really just kind of the best thing in town now. So here, I'll show you guys. Amazon sent us back the costs for these shipments, right? So before, we had to choose beforehand if we wanted to split our shipment to multiple destinations and have no placement fees, or if we wanted to pay placement fees. And like I ran a test earlier where one of the placement options was cheaper, but it looks like on this example, the splitting it 5 ways is cheaper than everything else, right? And then another good benefit about using the optimized here is that if you ship it to 5 different places, it's way more likely that these are going to their final destinations. So it's going to be cheaper, and a lot of times the lead times are going to be less because it's going to check in there and it's going to stay there. Versus like if we choose this, or if we ship to like to Clarksville or whatever, this is going to split to probably at least this many fulfillment centers, and it's not going to sell, right? At least as fast. But here it's going to sit at those fulfillment centers. It's still going to disperse out, but all these 5 fulfillment centers are immediately going to be able to sell that to customers, and that's buy box all across the country right away, basically. So yeah, that's super cool right there. So if you guys already use Boxem, make sure you try this out. If you tried it before and you want to now have the kind of undisputed best way to make shipments, you can come back and give it another try and start saving some time.
I have a label printer. Can I also print FN SKUs from that? Let me look up a PRT label printer. I'm pretty sure though. Yeah.
It should work. A lot of times, I assume it's is that like a private label printer kind of thing? Yeah.
Yes, exactly that. Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, a lot of times those are like a little bit more gimmicky than like the name brands, but you'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Make sure we got all these questions up here. What up? We got LeBron in the building.
Joan, go. What up, Joan?
How you doing? Yeah. What's up? How you doing?
Good to see you here. Yeah, that was a crazy game last night. Y'all got to go watch the flight reacts of the.
Yeah, I watched the 4th quarter last night. That game was crazy. Yeah, that was amazing. The bounce that goes higher than the backboard is like a movie. Dude, exactly. It was like a movie.
Yeah.
How can you make products profitable through deals? Where can you find them? Yeah, exactly. So you already know.
Question that will make you a bunch of cash. The most important question that will lead you making a bunch of cash with this stuff.
Yeah, so clearly you've been in the game though, because you know that you have to like create the profit, right? You can find the deals honestly just looking at like the homepages of some of your favorite websites. So usually I'll start the kind of sourcing process by opening up like 10 to 20 of my favorite websites. If you don't have those websites, just start opening up websites you've seen us look at on YouTube videos. Figure out who's running some of the best coupons through like Capital One Shopping or even just like the homepages. And then start diving into the storefronts of people who are selling the brands that are cheapest today. And you'll find a ton of good stuff if you do that consistently.
Is it true Trader Joe's is only auto ungate? I would be shocked if you couldn't get ungated with an in-store receipt and like good pictures and a good application.
There's too many people on those listings for it to only be for it to only be auto ungate. Let me check right now. I don't think I've ever tried to list. Let me see if I can auto or if it still makes me apply, because if it's making me apply, that means everyone is always submitted documents basically. What's up, Alex? At the 9 to 5 checking in. I like it.
Yep. What up? What up?
Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I watch Boxem office hours on company time.
Low key. The optimized shipments I need to set up in the Boxem account by me is not came up. So Eli, it depends on a couple different factors.
Yeah, you might, if you had Boxem running or like a couple hours ago, then you like close out your tab and refresh. That happened to me. I had to like close my Chrome and open it back up, and the new Boxem update was live.
Do you have any idea for any coupon or discounts on Rolo supplies and scale bundle? Ooh, good question. That's actually a really good private label idea, honestly. On that, but yeah, I mean they'd just be pretty cheap, honestly, through Amazon.
Like the Amazon seller starter pack.
Yeah, that's a very good idea, honestly.
You could throw in like the book scanner back in the day, like,
yeah, right.
that kind of thing. Yeah, Eliyahu, it'll be in your account, man. You can also keep in mind you'll make it with the Boxem optimized setting and not 2D if you're wanting to use optimized there.
I'm on the 6th floor right now. Adrian Pocket watching there too. 2 new ASINs in. Bro, let's go, Alex. Alex, you were in the free class last night. Yeah, you were giving some game in the free class last night, man.
Yeah, making some sales at the 9 to 5. I like it. Can you use ChatGPT to? No, do not do that, Michael. That is don't use Photoshop or AI or anything like that to create documentation. That will get you banned instantly. Yeah. Just real documentation, that kind of thing. It's too easy to need to like fake it.
Yeah, and there's just no need to when the method that's worked for everyone else, will work for you too.
Yep.
Tune in from the 8 to 5 too. What's up, the now room?
Let's see. Oh, by the way, it looks like I was already ungated in Trader Joe's. I don't know when I did that.
Yeah, yeah. Anyone who's been selling for a little while will be auto. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been sending. So AWD doesn't really seem worth it unless you're someone who's selling a ton of inventory of the same products. Basically, you can pay Amazon. It's like sending your stuff to FBA, except it's cheaper and it's not actually at FBA, so you can't actually sell those, and then you transfer it to FBA. From everything I've seen, and it doesn't really make sense unless you're buying like a ton of like maybe a private label product or something like that.
Bro said, "Can we get more Shopify?" But we'll work on that, man.
Yeah, we'll work on it. Yeah,
hard at work at that. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been. Yeah. If you guys see anything shady in the free group, let us know. We'll kick them out.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Some listings try to get ungated, so account says I don't qualify. Yeah, that just means that brand's not accepting any sellers right now. So you can just sell some of the brands that are allowing new sellers, basically.
Ooh, very good question from UT right here. In respect to that right there, how many hours you work in a day to recommend hitting 50K months? It's just based on skill and capital, and not much time, kind of way less. But obviously, the more the merrier. I'd say like probably 3 to 5 hours a day was what I was doing my first 50K months. But like, the next ones that came after that were significantly less once I outsourced prep and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of work in the beginning, right? Because the big thing is you got to be willing to work really hard to make like minimum wage or less for like the first couple weeks, right? Probably even more than that. But then give it a few months and you're probably making more per hour than like the 9 to 5. That's how you want to look at it, that kind of thing. So paid that's only actual sales. Yeah, Andrew. So there we have a paid community in the FBA Roadmap that you can check out. Yeah.
Retail receipt. Exactly, Denise. Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Yeah. Sent out 3 new options for Boxem. When will you all be deciding which? Oh yeah. So that's live today. That's live today, Alex. Yeah. So maybe you hopped in the stream a couple minutes late, but we're jumping into the brand new Boxem flow, which will also get a video up on that for you guys, so you can see how it works and that kind of stuff as soon as possible. But yeah, so it makes it way easier to like split products between boxes, because it was really, really helpful for like wholesale sellers and people who sold a lot of units of certain things. But now it's by far the easiest way to do like shipments and box contents when you have a lot of different products, which is where a lot of you guys are at, right? You're buying 5 of this and 10 of this and 20 of that, and you have 50 total products. And now it's like really easy to add that into shipments and stuff. Join in late today. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah. Give it a whirl, Alex. Go try it out. We were talking about it. We were talking about it on the roadmap call on Sunday too. They were trying to get some info out of me. So I successfully not jinxed us by didn't bringing up bringing up a date. They're like, when's it dropping? When's it dropping?
Will professional account be easier to ungate? You need a professional account period to ungate anything. So yeah, dude, totally.
Yep. Let's see. What does a starting FBM account do compared to startup FBA? Seems like people who do FBA have way less work to do. Not necessarily. Let's see. The only other thing you'd need to do as FBM is just probably have more different sizes of boxes and like thick white poly bags to mail things in. Beyond that, it's pretty much the same. Yeah. Scale boxes, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Do we need to follow featured offers price suggestions? No, and you'll end up wasting a ton of money if you do. Thou, just worry about what shows on the buy box price action on Keepa. Yeah, so take a look where the buy box recently going. Doesn't have to be where it is today, where it's recently going, and go ahead and plug in there. Warren and I both have really good full Keepa tools that'll be super helpful for you guys to break down that stuff.
Yep. Yeah, Andrew, I just put the link in chat for you if you want to hop in the roadmap Discord and all that. Do y'all still see Amazon popping in 2040? I don't really care. I hope
I don't care at all.
If
but
I'm still having to hustle in 15 years, then I've failed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Probably, you know what I mean? Like, maybe not like still one of the largest companies in the world, but stuff would have to catastrophically change for it to not exist, Yeah.
I could see there being like more marketplaces, but
yeah,
that's also assuming that the biggest ones don't just crush each other with AI
and stuff. And
little monopolistic competition, that kind of thing. So I don't see it being that different than now. Obviously the opportunities would be different, but arbitrage has been around for literally thousands of years, so there'll always be like different platforms to flip things between. Let's see. Don't see the link. Oh, you might be on. If you're on the Boxem channel, I put it on my YouTube channel, Andrew.
Yeah, I just plugged in there too, Andrew, in case you're on mine too. Do y'all help outsourcing, or is that a different package? Yeah, bro. So that's like the main thing, because that's typically like the main bottleneck for newer folks is going to be sourcing. Robot. That's exactly
Robot
what I was
DoorDash,
thinking.
I mean, they already got those. They already got those driving around in Miami,
Eleanor, that kind of thing. Like Brian. And
you see them.
They have names.
Dude, sometimes I'll see them like running very sketchy red lights and stuff like that. Like somebody's dinner's about to get hit by a car.
One almost got hit by a car. With the subscription for Boxem, do you recommend standard or professional? Professional for 2D barcodes. Joan Goat right there. Yeah.
Yeah, Joan, you have pro since you hopped in on free class lately, though. I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah. You need to start an Amazon. You do, Adrian. Yeah, you're too active in the community. Just share like a little bit of what you're up to. It'll go a long way. You'll be able to meet some other people that you vibe with too.
For sure, too. Yeah, like literally without a doubt. We have the Chick-fil-A bots.
Chick-fil-A bots. I like it. Let's see. If you match the buy box as an FBA seller, but still get the rotation, what could that mean? Or still can't get rotation. Check the buy box rotation and see if it's like all going to one specific like brand owner or exclusive contract or something like that. Otherwise, you can try one thing that's really useful if you're having like a big problem making sales on something. You can make a coupon on, you can make a coupon on that product and keep the price at the same face value. So repricers aren't going to chase you down, but on a customer end, they're still going to see that your price is cheaper and choose you, and it'll show up in the buy box.
Think Global Beauty. I don't know specifically about that brand. You'll want to check the Kiva chart and see if the bottom one with the offer count movement shows any big drop-offs. Basically. Yep.
Oh, I got you. Gina's on the mom's YouTube account here. I like it. I thought your name was Gina. Yeah, I was like, thought it sounded a little different.
Yeah.
How do you think AI is going to come into play with Amazon? Do you think VAs are going to be replaced by AI agents? Not completely. Just because the things that like you have humans doing, a lot of times they're like going around captchas and that kind of stuff to begin with. So number one, AIs would have to be like using computers as a human, which I'm not saying that's not going to get to that, but I don't think it's very close. I wouldn't see that happening within the next couple years, but you never know. Things change really fast with AI. So we'll obviously be making some videos and that kind of stuff. If it does become game changing like that. Let's see. If you have 5 products, they're all on a different, all different. Boxem gives you the F and SKU better. Yeah, I mean, you can get the F and SKU there as well, but it just saves you a bunch of steps, basically. Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of saves you a bunch of time. So yeah, you can just try it out for free, and you can compare it to anything you've ever done.
Right, we can say let's hold off on the political debate going on right now. I think there's probably far more productive things we could be discussing in here, fellas.
Yep. Let's focus on making ourselves better in the ways that we can actually control.
Focus on your house.
Focus on the things you can control. Yeah.
Focus on what's going on in your house.
Let's see. What do you think about? I'm not sure what you mean, man. If that's like a brand or something like that.
I assume it's probably a brand.
It's probably a brand. I can pull it up. We can run through a quick exercise if it is to figure out if it is an IP brand or not. See, Global Beauty. Is that a brand? Potentially. Global. Sure. I'll pop this up. Because I see a couple different listings that say like Global Beauty Care. If you're ever trying to figure out if something is reseller friendly, all you got to do is just pop open a couple of the listings and check out. Well, number one, this is almost definitely safe because the buy box owner has resell in the name, and yeah, there's a ton of offers. Like, yeah, just seeing a lot of when you look at a brand, you see this many listings with that many third party sellers on it. It's probably a safe brand to sell, basically.
Yeah, 2D barcodes. Yeah, you should be using those right there. Sending that email, and that's why I got denied. No, Adrian, you know that's not the case. Adrian, you've seen us say that way too many times. But yeah, like never worried about it. Amazon says in those denials. If order confirmations didn't work, so many of these listings would have no sellers.
Yeah, got over 100 units to ship. 6 ASINs, nice. Yeah, fit in 2 small boxes. You can split them into 5 boxes if you want, Corona. I would say generally it's only cost savings on slightly larger shipments from what I've seen. But you can definitely test it out and see. Like you probably never had the opportunity to compare prices and that kind of thing. In which case, yeah, you can go for it. And you can even like make a pretend shipment knowing what you actually would put in it and kind of run the numbers and see if that would work. And if it doesn't, you don't have to put everything in boxes. Physically, it'll take you 5 minutes to test it before you actually do the work. Sweet. Can you get gated? Yeah. Make sure you have like an online invoice. I know Fred Meyer's is like a physical grocery store.
Ooh, so it might be auto engate then. Check if when you go to auto engate, or check if when you go to list it first, if it says gated in the brand or just the category. If you're newer to grocery, it could be that you're just the category. It's not actually asking for the brand.
Yep. Can you choose the FC? You could send your products or are they signed every time? Sort of. So like if I pop this back up here, you see on this shipment, we're able to choose the optimized shipment option in this case, which was the cheapest by a little bit, or we can choose this warehouse in Tennessee. Where is HIA? Oh, PA. I haven't seen that one too much.
Yeah, represent
or Arizona, right? So we can choose between 3 different placement centers basically, or you can choose the optimized placement option. Yeah, like to be honest, in this case, I'd probably choose this because it only saves a few bucks, and then I only have to make 1 shipment instead of 5. But yeah, if you want to kind of have the lead time advantage, that's like the big reason to take advantage of this. So you pay zero placement fees, and then you get improved lead times, right? Because everything's going to different places across the country, and it's just going to sell a little bit faster.
Do you want a thumbnail design or no?
No. Let's see. Then if you get kicked off the listing, do you get a violation? So it would depend on like what it is. Like if a brand wants to send you like an IP complaint and they monitor those listings, they can. But generally, you'll just look at a listing and make sure that there's plenty of third-party sellers having success, or at least third-party sellers having success on some of the listings in that brand. And then yeah, you can hop on. Let's see. Yes, OA is dead. OA has been dead last year and the year before that when it was dead, and the year before that one people said it was dead, and the year before that when people said it was dead. Yeah, people have been saying OA was dead since we started in like 2020, 2021. So, yeah.
Do I need
And,
FTT labeling for FBM? No. Yeah, you don't need any FTTs for FBM. Yeah.
Yeah, and also if you think like hype is dropping, that's good, right? Because then there's just like serious people that are willing to actually keep listings profitable and that kind of thing around too, right? So like it's the people who are consistently working hard are always going to win, and we know that because we've seen like recent interviews on my channel with people like Ryan and Carlos. They started selling the same stuff all you guys can sell, and they had like 100K in their first like 3 or 4 months, which is really cool to see.
Yep. Yeah, appreciate all you guys tuning in here as well. Another good Boxem office hours. We'll be dropping new content tomorrow, showing you guys the entire new Boxem shipment flow as well, just making optimized placements easier, box contents, putting different procs, different boxes, and everything like that, and then choosing those shipping options. And we took it from 4 steps down to 3 steps, so it's even more simplified there as well. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Good box.
Absolutely. You guys have a good rest of your day. Try Boxem if you haven't already. That new shipment flow is awesome.
14 days free to see you exactly what we're talking